but definitely having those playmakers around me makes it real fun as a quarterback.
Bentley has just 7 career starts under his belt, and he admits he has plenty to work on in his sophomore season. But he feels he can improve an offense that averaged 20.8 points per game last season, which ranked last in the SEC. In Hoover, Ricardo LeCompte, WYFF News 4.
Coming up, how lawmakers say a new bill will stop hazing at college campuses across the country.
Plus, a tense traffic stop caught on camera in Florida, who police stopped, and why it's creating a conversation on social media.
Outside the Greenville area right now, plenty of sunshine. It is hot and humid, very close to 100 degrees, the heat index. I'll be right back.
Now the winning numbers in South Carolina's education lottery. Pick 3, 737.
And your pick 4, 0290.
Congress is looking to crack down on hazing on college campuses nationwide. Lawmakers unveiled the Report and Educate About Campus Hazing Act this morning on Capitol Hill. The measure comes as the preliminary hearings started this week of more than a dozen Penn State University students who are charged in the hazing death of a pledge. Today, the parents of another hazing victim, Gary Diversely Jr., who died under similar circumstances, spoke with lawmakers who say this new bill will prevent future tragedies.
It is my hope that the REACH Act will help prevent more families from losing loved ones, that we will curtail hazing on campuses and protect America's students.
We know this hazing legislation will save lives and make campuses safer. Had this bill been in effect when Gary went away to college, our son would be alive today.
Supporters say the measure, if passed, will require colleges to report hazing incidents as part of their annual crime reports.
Now to a traffic stop that has the Florida State Attorney now asking to sit down with the Orlando Chief of Police. Body camera video of what happened is being shared over and over again on social media. This is the body cam video that has been viewed on YouTube hundreds of thousands of times. Video of Florida's only black state attorney, Aramis Ayala, being pulled over by 2 Orlando police officers. As the officer approaches the car, he takes a driver's license from the state attorney, who remains face forward.
What agency are you with?
I'm the state attorney.
The officer can be heard telling her that the license plate on her car did not come back as registered to any vehicle. The officer says he's never seen a license plate not return a registration before.
What was the tag run for?
I'm sorry?
What was the tag run for?
Oh, we run tags all the time, whether it's the traffic lights and that sort of stuff. That's how we figure out if, cars are stolen and that sort of thing.
The officer then tells Ayala, quote, that her tinted windows are really dark and that was another reason why she was pulled over. You can see her smile uncomfortably and then says this.
Do you guys have cards on you?
Yeah, 1 second. Actually, this isn't my car, but I can write my name down if you'd like.
The Orlando Police Department says in a statement that the video was released as part of a public records request and that its officers routinely run tags on patrol. The state attorney has not filed a lawsuit or a complaint and says the stop was lawful. However, she says she plans on sitting down with the Orlando Chief of Police to start an open dialogue about what happened.
Now your live Super Doppler 4 HD weather forecast.
Let's take a look at live Super Doppler 4 HD. Very quiet in through the upstate as expected. Just like the last couple of nights, thunderstorms really firing up in the mountains from the afternoon heat and humidity. In fact, in Asheville, you had a heat index of 94 degrees just an hour ago. That's pretty incredible, even for the mountainous areas. And then we have a newly formed severe thunderstorm warning, which I'll talk about in just a second. More thunderstorms developing in the northern suburbs of Atlanta. Good timing there, just in time for rush hour in metro Atlanta. But here are the warnings now. In fact, we actually have now another warning that's been issued. So we got 2 warnings now. One for southeastern part of Buncombe County and extreme northeastern part of Henderson County. See the flashing? This is literally came in seconds ago from the National Weather Service. And then we have the other warning. So there's that warning there. And we also have the warning that's just off to the southwest of you folks in Merriam. And that goes until 6 o'clock this evening. So these thunderstorms that are coming off the mountains and into the high foothills of North Carolina, they're coming down. They're pulse thunderstorms. They probably won't last very long. In fact, over the last couple of days, these thunderstorms have only, wherever they develop, they'll last maybe about 15, 20 minutes. And then they'll collapse. And that's the biggest problem, is once they collapse, you get that downdraft, and as the winds come down and they hit the ground, they fan out in different directions, so you get straight line damaging winds. And that'll be the main threat from these thunderstorms. You could see winds of well over 60 miles per hour in a very short period of time. Thunderstorms heading right along Interstate 40 for you folks in Old Fort, and also just north of Fairview. Pretty good thunderstorm, 2 of them, and actually 3 cells, and they're all sliding off to this one's actually moving eastbound, while the one in southeastern part of Buncombe County is actually sliding down to the southeast, very slowly, only about 10 to 15 miles per hour. So there's your 2 warnings right now, and we'll keep you updated. Hendersonville, you're okay right now. As you can see, clouds off to your south with the thunderstorms, but in the city itself, you're fine, and your current temperature is a hot 90. 82 in Asheville, 74 degrees right now in Boone, mainly 90s outside of the mountains. Then you factor in the humidity, which remains very high across the area, and that gives us a heat index. It feels like 100 degrees in Greenwood, 101 in Abbeville and in Elberton, still holding steady at 103, the heat index in Toccoa, and also in Athens, 91, the heat index now down from 94 in Asheville. A little bit of a breeze, especially if you're close to some of those thunderstorms. Otherwise, a nice little breeze at 5 to 12 miles per hour in the upstate, making it feel a little bit more comfortable outside. 95 currently in Columbia, 95 also in Augusta with a heat index of 102 now. In Columbia, same story in Wilmington, 100 in Hilton Head, and 102 the heat index in Raleigh. Severe thunderstorm watches for Philadelphia all the way over to Atlantic City, New York City, the Big Apple, and Long Island, all under severe thunderstorm watches. No watches for us, just those 2 warnings because of those pulse thunderstorms developing pretty quickly. Tonight, clear to partly cloudy skies and muggy, slight chance of an afternoon or an evening shower or thunderstorm in the upstate. Low 74 degrees, but scattered evening showers and a couple strong thunderstorms in the mountains. Overnight low in the upper 60s. Tomorrow we'll do it all over again. Hot, humid, high 94 degrees. Heat index right around 100 degrees. Slight chance of an afternoon or evening thunderstorm. And a good chance of scattered showers and possibly a few strong thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon and evening in the mountains. And that'll continue on Saturday. We have another threat for severe weather as that cold front approaches and moves through late in the day, if not Saturday night into Sunday. We may start to dry out a little bit, but still staying hot as we go through most of next week. Umbrella winner for tonight. Congratulations to Kelly Haney from Anderson.
Thanks, John. Coming up in tonight's For Your Health, Senator Chuck Schumer wants the FDA to investigate the new snortable chocolate called Coco Loco. Why the new trend could lead to serious health problems.
Plus, while we may be out of the flu season, why you might want to consider getting your dog a flu shot.
In tonight's For Your Health, a simple blood test could predict long-term brain injury in professional fighters. Cleveland Clinic researchers compared blood samples of active boxers and mixed martial arts fighters to samples from retired and non-fighters. They found active fighters had higher levels of 2 proteins that indicate brain injury. For the most part, these protein levels stayed stable over time, but those whose levels increased showed shrinkage in their thalamus, an area of the brain that affects sleep, cognitive function, and language. These results may allow doctors to diagnose permanent brain injury much earlier and determine which fighters are at risk of long-term complications. Snorting chocolate is a thing, at least it is in Europe, and now it's arrived in the U.S. in the form of Coco Loco. The snortable chocolate powder is marketed as a stimulant and stress reducer. It's made by the Florida-based company Legal Lean. Their CEO says it contains mostly raw cocoa powder along with common energy drink ingredients like ginkgo biloba, taurine, and guarana. It's been available online for a month, and it's slowly making its way into smoke and tobacco shops. The product is for people over age 18. But is it safe? A spokesman for the American College of Emergency Physicians says snorting the product could cause harm to the lungs. And while the sale of Coco Loco is legal, Senator Chuck Schumer is urging the FDA to launch an investigation into its safety. Many of us get a flu shot every year to stay healthy, but vets want to remind pet owners that your dog might need one too. Dog flu cases continue to rise across the U.S. Vets say it is highly contagious. It can not only spread between dogs, but canines can also pass it on to cats. Symptoms include coughing, sneezing, and low energy, and certain places pose a higher risk for your pet.
Dog parks, kennels, boarding facilities, grooming facilities, anywhere that there's a large number of dogs that come together can easily be spread.
Most veterinarians carry a flu vaccine that you can request for your pet.
Sending folks out to other resources, yeah, that's a concern.
Coming up, the Oconee State Park Lake temporarily closed, where lake goers will have to go while waiting for the lake to refill. And coming up later at 5:30, hundreds arrested in connection to a health care and opioid fraud scam. Why this could be the biggest bust in U.S. history. Coming up, the Oconee State Park is temporarily closed because of low lake levels. Find out what the park is doing to get the situation under control so people can get back in the water.
Plus, a creative contest is underway in Spartanburg, how you can participate while celebrating the Panthers training camp returning this summer.
And major arrests in the fight against the opioid epidemic. The Attorney General calling this the largest healthcare fraud takedown in American history.
Live local breaking news with Nigel Robertson, Gabrielle Komorowski, and weather with Chief Meteorologist John Cesarich. This is WYFF News 4 at 5.
Lake levels are low at Oconee County State Park, and because of that, the park is restricting activity from the lake until it fills again.
WYFF News 4's Aubrey Jackson talked with the park director to find out when the water will be back.
We're still probably 10 feet down.
This is what Oconee State Park Lake looks like right now. It's been closed since May, and updates are being made to the park.
We're doing some repairs to the bathhouse. They're helping us with the spillway work.
During the updates, the park staff noticed lake levels were getting low because of an 80-year-old gate valve structure that sent water through the outflow to another body of water. The valve structure is now fixed. Park Director Joanna White says though lake levels are low, the history remains.
The 80-year-old structures are catching up with us, so and we're doing everything we can to diligently make these repairs.
For now, the park has to direct lake goers elsewhere.
We're not less than an hour from the Blue Ridge Parkway, so there's various waterfalls, various activities that folks can go and do.
White says once the lake fills up naturally and levels are safe, the lake will reopen.
It may be Labor Day, and then it could run later than that, but if we don't get it up and running this year, it's going to be the best when it opens back up.
In Oconee County, Aubrey Jackson, WYFF News 4.
Turning to weather now, I'm joined in the studio with WYFF News 4 Chief Meteorologist John Cesarich. And John, there's no two ways about it. This heat is dangerous.
Absolutely. When you're talking about a heat index, that's what it really feels like. It's just like the opposite of the wind chill that we deal with in the wintertime,
right,
Nigel. It's 100 to 105 degrees. That is tough outside right now. And because of this intense heat, Nigel, we're talking about thunderstorms firing up in the mountains again, but at least these thunderstorms are moving, but they are more intense than yesterday. There was very little movement now, and really the main threat will be some damaging straight line winds, and you can see where the yellow boxes are. So these thunderstorms are developing in the mountains and coming off the mountains and into the foothills of North Carolina. Really nasty thunderstorm right along Highway 74. And this is actually in the southern part of Buncombe County. And these yellow boxes, those are 2 severe thunderstorm warnings which continue. And the strongest cell right now is right over you folks in Fairview. In fact, this is also a hail producer. You could have anywhere from nickel-size to maybe quarter-size hail associated with this thunderstorm, along with extremely powerful winds, 50, 60 miles per hour, lots of lightning, and extremely heavy rainfall. So the strongest thunderstorm right now is over you folks in Fairview. We also have another thunderstorm developing right along Interstate 26, just to the north of Fletcher, right around the airport itself. So we're talking very hot temperatures. In fact, the heat index right now, it feels like triple digits in Spartanburg, Lawrence, Greenwood, Abbeville, Anderson, and also in Elberton. It is hot, dangerously hot outside right now. Now back to you, Nigel.
All right, John, thank you. We do have some breaking news just into the newsroom. Greenville police are on the scene of a shooting. They say the shooting happened at the parking garage of the Main and Stone apartment complex. EMS is on the scene treating a shooting victim, we're told. Police say no suspects are in custody. For the latest on this breaking news story, keep it right here on WYFF News 4 on air and on WYFF4.com.
Duke Energy has announced its financial support for 2 Clemson University summer programs for middle school girls and incoming university freshmen. Duke has given the university an $85,000 grant. The first program, the Peer and Wise Experience, gives 50 incoming freshmen a head start on academics and campus life. The Clemson football coach talked about his own life experience to the current Peer and Wise participants. He spoke about how he took advantage of everything college and his community had to offer.
Be committed to being your best, and use the people around you, use your resources. A lot of times in football and engineering, you know, we often want to be individuals, but you can't get it done without having a good group around you to support you, and you got to tap into your resources and use them. And at the end of the day, if you do that and you stay committed to being your best every single day, you'll be successful in the end.
The second program to receive the funding, the WISE program, shows middle school girls the opportunities awaiting them in science, technology, engineering, and math.
Several upstate apartments are using DNA technology to identify dog waste. Haywood Reserve is one of them. The complex requires owners to submit a cheek swab of their dog upon moving in. The swab then gets sent to a Knoxville-based company, Pooprints, where it is logged into a database. If a resident doesn't pick up after their pet, a sample is sent off and the culprit is identified.
Well, there's always the situation of residents denying, no, I didn't leave that, wasn't me, wasn't my dog. With the DNA verification, there's no way to deny it. If the DNA matches, it was that dog.
Haywood Reserve fines owners $250 for leaving dog waste on the ground. Right now, more than 150,000 dogs in the U.S. are registered in the Pooprints database.
One of America's most famous painters was honored today at the Greenville County Museum of Art. Victoria Wyeth, the granddaughter of American painter Andrew Wyeth, visited the museum today to honor the publication of a book of photos she took of her grandfather and his work. Victoria spoke about those photos and life with her famous granddad.
This is my first museum exhibition, which is so surreal to actually say. I've been coming to the Greenville County Museum since I was a young girl, so this is one of the biggest honors of my life. And the whole reason we did the show is yesterday was my grandfather's 100th birthday, and everyone said, oh, it was his 100th birthday. And I think it's so fabulous that not only the show opened on his 100th birthday, but it's free. This museum is free.
Wyeth is one of the most well-known artists of the 20th century. He is most famous for his painting, Christina's World.
You're invited to enter a creative contest that will help celebrate this year's Panthers training camp in Spartanburg. Downtown Deli and Donuts is asking you to help design a Panthers donut. Yes, the business, which offers a daily selection of delicious donuts, is looking for ideas when it comes to flavor and appearance. You can enter on the contest post on the Downtown Deli and Donuts Facebook and Instagram pages.
I'm really looking forward to it. You know, the training camp draws so many people, and they've got a lot of information for visitors on the downtown merchants and, you know, things for them to do, the fan club and what to do on a fan day. And so I think, you know, the energy is just going to be incredible.
Carol, you think we'll get to taste test?
I
hope
like
so.
to.
The winner gets a free dozen donuts. The contest ends Tuesday, July 18th.
We continue to follow that breaking news out of Greenville, where police say one person was hurt in a shooting at a parking garage. Now, the Greenville County coroner confirms that he has been called to the scene, but does not yet know the nature of that call. Police say shots were fired about 20 minutes ago at Main and Stone Apartments on North Main Street. Coming up on our State of Addiction coverage, U.S. prosecutors announced they have charged more than 400 people who are allegedly taking part in healthcare fraud and opioid scams. By Attorney General Jeff Sessions is calling it the largest healthcare fraud takedown in American history.
And coming up later tonight, a day out in the sun turns into a dangerous situation in Florida. What led to this jet ski rescue?
In tonight's State of Addiction, today the Justice Department announced the results of a nationwide investigation that has led to more than 400 arrests.
It is part of the agency's ongoing battle against opioid abuse. Jay Gray has details.
In a national dragnet, federal agents arrested more than 400, including 56 doctors accused of healthcare fraud. The Justice Department calls it the largest operation of its kind in U.S. history, involving more than 1,000 law enforcement officers across the country, targeting medical professionals in more than 200 clinics or hospitals now in the process of being suspended or shut down.
These defendants have defrauded taxpayers of approximately $1.3 billion.
Many of the alleged schemes centered around the growing opioid epidemic.
120 have been charged with opioid-related crimes, making this also the largest opioid-related fraud takedown in American history.
Drug overdoses are now the leading cause of death for Americans under 50. In 2015, the latest data available, more than 50,000 died of an overdose. 33,000 of those involved opioids, more than half from prescriptions.
Just one doctor allegedly gave out 12,000 opioid prescriptions for over 2 million illegal painkiller doses.
Officials say the roundup announced today is part of an ongoing effort as they try to get a handle on a problem that many agree is out of control right now. Jay Gray, NBC News.
Still ahead, ripped off. A student bake sale gets swindled by a woman with counterfeit cash.
Plus, a big catch for a high school football player, but it was in the water, not on the field.
Severe thunderstorms continue to fire up. They're coming off the mountains of the northern and central mountains of North Carolina into the foothills. The yellow boxes, that's where you remain under a severe thunderstorm warning. I'll be right back.
We're continuing to follow breaking news into our newsroom. Greenville police say one person was hurt in a shooting at a parking garage. Police have responded.
The Greenville County coroner has been called. Authorities say the shooting happened at the parking garage of the Main and Stone apartment complex. EMS is on scene treating a shooting victim. Police say no suspects are in custody. For the latest on this breaking news story, stay with WYFF News 4 on air and online.
Meanwhile, the parents of a baby with a rare disease are returning to a court in London. They're hoping to take their critically ill child to the United States for medical treatment. Charlie Gard's parents attended a hearing today in Britain's most famous children's hospital. There is a disagreement on how best to care for the 11-month-old. The hospital says experimental treatment in America won't help and may cause the child to suffer. The judge who ruled in favor of doctors in April says he will consider any new evidence today.
After days of searching for 4 young men missing in Pennsylvania, investigators have identified one of the bodies found with other human remains on a rural farm. Cadaver dogs led authorities to the spot yesterday where they discovered human remains in a 12-foot deep common grave. The body is identified as 19-year-old Dean Fanacciaro, who was last seen nearly a week ago. Police are still working to identify the other remains in the grave. A person of interest has been taken into custody. A Bucks County DA says he will look at pursuing homicide charges.
Tenderly, painstakingly, reverentially, recovering the remains of people that they do not even know, that they never even met. They don't do this for glory or recognition. They do it because it's their job. There are unsung heroes, but are heroes nonetheless.
The search to recover the rest of the remains continues tonight.
A California woman is accused of ripping off a student bake sale. The teens were trying to raise money for a special trip, but authorities say the suspect pulled a fast one with a counterfeit bill. Officers say the woman used a fake $100 bill to get Rice Krispie treats, brownies, and a piece of cake. She gave the students the fake bill, and they gave her $80 of real money in change. Officials say that money was taken out of their music program fund.
These bake sales, the students do on their own. This group of students, they called Oliver's, they set up the time, they baked, they organized it, their parents came out. This is something that they really wanted to do to help the music program on their own.
Surveillance video captured the woman walking around inside the market before she left the store. Police are still looking for her.
The all-female Afghan robotic team arrived in Kabul today to finally collect their U.S. visas. They will travel to the U.S. for an international robotics competition. They'd been denied twice. The White House says President Trump personally intervened in the case. Homeland Security says U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services approved a State Department request for 6 girls to be allowed in. The State Department didn't say why the team's visa applications had previously been denied. Afghanistan is not part of the current travel ban.
First Lady Melania Trump visited France's biggest children's hospital today. The sprawling Nectar Hospital is one of Paris's oldest. It was founded in 1778. Mrs. Trump toured the hospital shortly after arriving in France with President Trump. The First Lady was greeted by Paris medical officials during the tour and later met with some of the hospital's young patients.
Guatemala's volcano of fire became active this week, shooting ash into the sky. Nearby communities are now on standby in case of a serious eruption. Seismologists say columns of smoke reach nearly 20,000 feet. People who live there have not yet had to evacuate. It's one of Central America's most active volcanoes.
Officials in Lake County, Illinois, have declared a state of emergency due to severe flooding. The area has been blocked off to keep people safe after a sinkhole opened up. The National Weather Service has issued several flood warnings along the Des Plaines and Fox rivers, as well as flood advisories for parts of the Chicago River.
Strong storms moved through parts of Massachusetts yesterday, causing severe flooding and power outages. Rising water flooded busy streets, as you can see. Some drivers even had to reverse course off and to an on-ramp. Backyards became ponds and forced some families to improvise ways to pump water out of their basements.
Now your live Super Doppler 4 HD weather forecast.
Take a look at live Super Doppler 4 HD, showing things very quiet basically outside of the mountains, but now coming off the mountains into the foothills of North Carolina. All those yellow boxes, those are severe thunderstorm warnings, which continue really for about the next 10 minutes or so for most areas as these thunderstorms are coming off the mountains into the foothills. They've been quite strong. We'll zoom on in, take a closer look at these thunderstorms. Look at all the warnings all the way through Marion, all the way back into northern part of Henderson County, and even a thunderstorm now developing very close in Transylvania County, just south of you folks in Brevard. We'll have to watch and see if this line continues to become a solid line of very intense thunderstorms. And they're all moving to the east and southeast. So here's all your warnings. You can see them developed in Buncombe County. In fact, these thunderstorms actually developed in the eastern part of the city of Asheville and then just kind of slid and really intensified once they moved to east and southeast of Asheville. Moving right through in the northeastern part of Henderson County over into Chimney Rock Village, and also get ready, you folks in Lake Lure. You're going to be dealing with these thunderstorms. They're already moving through you folks in Marion right now. Straight line damaging winds certainly possible. Extremely heavy rainfall, very electrical thunderstorms, lots of lightning, and maybe even some hail. But the main threat is straight line damaging winds, 50, 60 plus miles per hour. Through Old Fork, thunderstorms over and all the way back to now southeast of you folks in Fairview. You already got hit by this thunderstorm about a half hour ago. These thunderstorms are heading toward Lake Lure. Edneyville, get ready for these thunderstorms. They're kind of sliding off to the south and then all the way back into around Mills River. A pretty heavy thunderstorm here. And these thunderstorms could continue to develop farther with the feeder cells to the southwest and then may slide down into Hendersonville. We'll have to watch them closely, but right now they're just to the north of Hendersonville. Live shot from Paris Mountain. There's downtown Greenville. A couple of clouds. Otherwise, it looks pretty good. It's 93, though. It's hot and it's muggy across the area. Humidity levels across the area look like this. And as far as you factor in the temperature and the humidity, the heat index, yeah, triple digits in Greenwood, Abbeville, Elberton, Athens, and also in Toccoa. Extremely dangerous heat out there, especially south of I-85 right now. A little bit of a breeze out of the southwest in the upstate, but on the mountains, more than just a breeze, especially if you're close to some of those thunderstorms. Heat index, 102 right now in Columbia. It feels like 102 in Wilmington and in Raleigh. 100 degrees, the heat index currently in Florence along the Grand Strand, in Myrtle Beach and in Hilton Head. Top honors, if you could call it that, 104 right now in Augusta, the heat index. Nationally, severe thunderstorm watches continue for eastern Pennsylvania through New Jersey, and also New York City and Long Island could see strong winds and damaging winds and possibly large hail in those areas. No watches for us, just those warnings for those thunderstorms that are moving through the area. Most of the country is pretty hot. We do have a front that's back here, cooled off a little bit, 68 in Minneapolis, 69 in Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan, I should say, in International Falls, Minnesota. So probably not the cool air, but we might get somewhat dry air trying to come in for us in the latter part of this weekend and into early next week. We'll see how far that front settles to the south. Right now, I don't have the tropical update for you, but all I can tell you is for the next 5 days, it's going to be nice and quiet through the Atlantic basin. So no problem there in the tropics for us, at least right now. Clear to partly cloudy skies, muggy, a slight chance of a thunderstorm this evening in the upstate. Scattered evening showers and strong thunderstorms for the mountains. Overnight low 68 tomorrow. We'll do it all over again. Hot, humid, an isolated afternoon, evening thunderstorm in the upstate. In the mountains, a 50% chance, a good chance of those scattered showers and possibly a few more strong thunderstorms. Main threat would be damaging winds. Cold front comes in. We could see some severe weather also on Saturday into Saturday evening, and then only a slight chance of a shower thunderstorm on Sunday, and maybe bringing the temperatures down just a little bit as we get into early next week. Now back to you, Carol and Nigel.
John, thank you. A high school football player made the catch of a lifetime, but he wasn't going after the ball. Josh Padrick captured a 12-foot alligator. His family owns and operates an alligator hunting business in Central Florida. So when Josh pulled in this massive reptile on Monday, it was business as usual. But he said he knew he was in for an adventure when he saw the alligator's head poking through the water.
Knowing that it was a success, it's really an adrenaline experience, just an adrenaline rush.
The alligator measured in at 12 feet 6 inches. While massive, it's not a record setter. The largest gator caught in Florida was more than 14 feet long.
Wow. Coming up, two friends went out for some fun in the sun but ended up needing to be rescued. How crews finally managed to save the two girls.